It's virtually civil war in the Bogside area. The people are in open revolt to the police force, and they're determined to keep them out at all costs. I believe the only solution can be by the direct intervention by Westminster. What you're witnessing is a collapse not only of the forces of law and order, but the entire collapse of Stormont. And to my mind, the British Home Secretary must intervene straight away before there's any loss of life.
Last night, the Bogside residents were highly organised. How do you feel about the systematic way they conducted the petrol bomb warfare?
For my own part, I must confess that I'm always committed to non-violence, but in my walks around the Bogside area today, I've witnessed total involvement in the defence of the area. In other words, every man, woman and child is committed to keeping out the police force. And from what I've seen today, it looks as if they're going to be quite successful.
Have you made any attempt to tell the people to stop this fighting?
Yes, I have made attempts, but it has gone beyond the bound of people listening. The fact that they saw the police last night accompanied by Paisleyites coming into the Bogside area means that the people are scared that the area will be torn to pieces by the police when they come in. And elderly women are in virtual hysterics, and therefore they're determined to fight to keep them out. And as I say, it's not only the siege of the Bogside, but the collapse of the RUC, and there certainly isn't any possibility of the Stormont government quenching what's going on at the moment.
It is with deep sadness that you and I, Irishmen and women of goodwill, have learned of the tragic events which have been taking place in Derry and elsewhere in the north in recent days. Irishmen in every part of this island have made known their concern at these events. The government have been very patient and have acted with great restraint over several months past. While we made known our views to the British government on a number of occasions, both by direct contact and through our diplomatic representatives in London, we were careful to do nothing that would exacerbate the situation. But it is clear now that the present situation cannot be allowed to continue. It is evident also that the Stormont government is no longer in control of the situation. Indeed, the present situation is the inevitable outcome of the policies pursued for decades by successive Stormont governments. It is clear also that the Irish government can no longer stand by and see innocent people injured and perhaps worse. The Irish government have therefore requested the British government to apply immediately to the United Nations for the urgent dispatch of a peacekeeping force to the 6 counties of Northern Ireland, and we have instructed the Irish permanent representative to the United Nations to inform the Secretary General of this request. We have also asked the British government to see to it that police attacks on the people of Derry should cease immediately.
The people just can't take any more. No. Through this year I might lose my job and all that, I don't care. Might even be found in a wagon someday.
What you want is rule from London?
Not rule from London at the moment until this is all quietened down. Just at the moment, until this is all sorted out.
Jack Lynch seems to suggest that you want rule from Dublin. Is that what you want?
Jack Lynch doesn't give two damns about the people here, you know. That's putting it quite bluntly to you. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about them at all. He's just making his effort. He's a politician like a whole lot of... The politicians take a whole lot away. All of them. Out completely before this place will go up anyway.
The majority of people in Northern Ireland do not want to be mixed in with the Irish Republic. I think
Catholics.
The majority of people, the majority of the population, I think though in the end, maybe we'll not see it, but I think it will be inevitably the answer to this by being all together with Protestant and Catholic representation in the whole country.
People in this country are armed thugs. When policemen can stand on a Shankill Road and hand out guns and ammunition to people and show them how to use them.
I don't know if that is absolutely true. Now, you don't know if these facts are true.
It is true.
But this sort of talk does make people if you go around with that sort of talk, it makes people want to arm
That's all the
themselves
sort of
and
talk
defend
that you
themselves.
need,
But
look.
we don't.
There
Yes,
it
I
is.
know, but it wasn't guns done that. It was hooligans throwing petrol bombs done that.
Young lads at 14 and 15 years of age who tried to stop them with stones.
I was one of the ones that
And
tried
one
to
of the
stop them with
boys
stones.
was shot. He was just buried today.
I know him. I live beside him.
Shot and wounded in the shoulder. And he was lying on the ground, and this big brave man with a shotgun come up and just stuck it in the stomach and pulled the trigger. And he's just as dead as Hector. And he's just walking about scot-free, whoever he is, and I hope he roasts in hell.
Eamon, what's your reaction to seeing British troops in Derry? I am never pleased to see British troops in Irish soil. In the present situation, I don't know yet under what terms they are here. If they are here to back up the police and we haven't started this, have got no option but to fight. At present, it is not clear what they are here to do. We are endeavouring to find out. What's going to happen after this present consultation, do you know? I have no idea. It depends largely on what happens. Move back, boys! Move back, move back up the street! Move back up the street! No, come on! Eddie! Eddie! Come on, back! Eddie, definitely get him shot. Somebody's putting a shot! Eddie, could you give me your reaction to seeing British troops in Derry?
I don't like British troops, but they're better than the special.
We're not going up that. We want the Irish Army in here. Come on, come on. Come back for God's sake!
This is a fantastic scene. The leader of the Nationalist Party, Mr. Eddie McAteer, trying to force back the Roman Catholics who are chanting, "No British troops here, we want the Irish Army here."